Audible Studios presents How to Be Great at Doing Good. Why Results Are What Count and How Smart Charity Can Change the World. Written by Nick Cooney. Narrated by James Fouhey. Preface. Schindler's Regret. In 1936, a Czech citizen named Oskar Schindler enlisted as a spy for the Secret Intelligence Service of the Nazi Party. Schindler was a banker and businessman, and although he was not German himself, his family had German roots. As the drums of war began to beat, fueled by the fiery speeches of Adolf Hitler and mass propaganda from the Nazi regime, Schindler went to work collecting information on troop movements and military installations in Czechoslovakia in preparation for a possible German invasion. In July of 1938, Schindler was arrested by the Czech government and jailed for espionage. Had Germany chosen not to invade that country, the story for Schindler, and many others, may have ended there, in a dismal Czech prison. But just 3 months later, Germany invaded and took control of large portions of the country. Schindler was sprung from his cell, praised for his work, and promptly sent on to Poland to continue his espionage in advance of another planned invasion. A businessman at heart, Schindler wasn't content to merely pass the time in Poland taking notes and sending them on to the Nazi regime. So while there, he decided to also resume his life's main pursuit, making money. After searching for opportunities, Schindler came across an enamelware factory that had been put up for sale by a group of bankrupt Jewish businessmen. To Schindler, it seemed like a straightforward business opportunity. He would take over a failing factory and use his connections and experience to turn a hefty profit. That is exactly what Schindler did, earning an impressive income and living luxuriously in Poland for the next few years. As World War II wore on, though, Schindler became disillusioned and eventually disgusted with what the Nazi Party was doing. The final straw for Schindler came in 1942 when the Nazis began to empty Krakow, a Jewish ghetto in Poland. Over a period of months, the area's Jewish inhabitants were rounded up and shipped off to extermination or concentration camps elsewhere in Poland and Germany. It just so happened that Schindler's enamelware factory was located not far from Krakow. In fact, a number of his workers lived there. Schindler, who was made aware of the planned action ahead of time, thanks to his
Sample complete. Ready to continue?